Welcome to Fast Money. This video is brought to you by the coach. Remember, always our job is to make you rich. If you're a new subscriber, welcome aboard and thank you for joining us. If not yet, please hit the subscribe button. If you are new to Fast Money, here is what to expect from watching this video. We will go through the economic calendar and we will have a look at the main movers of the market. Then we will do a technical review of a selected group of financial assets. And at the last, we will shortlist the best trades of the day in our opinion. Calendar for today, Thursday. From Australia, we are waiting for the retail sales month to month for January and the trade balance and the exports and imports. From United Kingdom, we are waiting for the RICS house price balance and Halifax house price index month to month and Halifax house price index year to year. From Japan, we are waiting for the foreign investments in Japanese stocks and foreign reserves and leading index. And from Italy, we are waiting for the retail sales month to month and year to year and the Italian GDP quarter to quarter and year to year. From the European Union, as all, we are waiting for the GDP quarter to quarter and year to year and ECB interest rate decision. This is very important, and ECB marginal lending. Moving on to the US, we are waiting for the non-farm productivity. This is important, and initial jobless claims and unit labor costs. We moving on to Canada, we are waiting for the building permits, and that's all from Canada. And we have some news from Switzerland. We are waiting for the unemployment rate, SA, and unemployment rates, NSA. The analysis of major fundamentals for the last trading session. We got data from US economic data, which we said that it's very important. The ADP unemployment change came less than forecast, 183,000 against 189,000 forecasted. Also, we got a new economic data released today from US. The trade deficit rose to 59 billion against 57 forecasts. What also we got in the last trading session, that the Canadian dollar crashed in front of the dollar, because of the negative data, and the interest rate decision came as forecast, 1.75, no change. The gold actually failed to capitalize on this situation. We were expecting the gold to rise up to like 1,295 and plus, but still there is a possibility, but it's less, and we are going to talk about it in details in the section of gold. We'll do the technical analysis, and we will start with the major currencies. We'll start with the Australian dollar against the US dollar. We had the open at 7,870 and the high at 7,900 and the low at 7,200. The change is negative. We are below the daily moving averages, simple moving averages. For us, for RSI 4 hours is terribly bad, 29 only, and for RSI 1 day is 36. First support is 70 figure, and first resistance is 7,700. Moving on to the British pound against the US dollar, we had the open at 131,540, the high at 131,730, and the low at 131,210. The change is neutral, almost we are above the moving averages, and the RSI readings are bullish, and we have the first support at 131,360 and the first resistance at 131,880. And for me, GBP is risky, but it's good to buy because it bounced back 2 times from 13900. Let's move on to the euro against the US dollar. The open is 113.40 and the high is 113.230 and the low is 112.840. Change is almost neutral. Tomorrow is a big day for the euro. For the interest rate, we are under the moving averages, and with the first support at 112.860, first resistance at 113.250. For the US dollar against the Japanese yen, the open was 111.860, the high 111.900 and the low at 111.600. The change is almost neutral to a little bit negative. We are above the moving averages. RSI readings is still bullish, and we have the first support at 111.600 and the first resistance at 111.900. For the USD against the Canadian dollar, was a big day for this pair today. We had the open at 133.550 and the high at 134.550. and the low at 133,530. As you see, we almost moved the one figure today plus. We are above the moving averages, but the RSI for hours in the overbought territory. The RSI, the first support at 133,640 and the first resistance at 134,660. We'll move on to the US dollar against the Swiss franc. We had the open at $1.430 and the high at $1.540 and the low at $1.300, and the change is positive. We are above the moving averages, and the RSI 64 and 61, the first support $1.340 and the first resistance at $1.580. Moving on to the dollar index, got a hit little bit today because of the release of the economic data, the ADP and the trade deficit. We had the open at 96,800 and the high at 96,930 and the low at 96,700. The first support is at 96,690 and the first resistance at 96,920. Still bullish, and still RSI readings are good, bullish also. We'll move on to the commodities. We'll check on the gold. For the gold, we had the open at 1,287 plus and the high at 1,290 and the low at 1,283. Change is either neutral to a little bit negative. Okay, we are still, the market is still open. We are below the 20 days and 50 days moving averages, but the first support at 1,282 and the first resistance at 1,289. A good thing to say that the RSI in the 4 hours is increasing, and the 4-day also, for the 1 day also is increasing. There's a potential for a recovery for the gold, but this also depends on the stock market. Let's see the situation for the stock market. We had the S&P 500, the open was 2,786 and the high 2,792 and the low 2,769. Change is negative. We are above the moving averages, except the 20 days. The RSI is still bullish, and the first support at 2,763, the first resistance at 2,786. For the Nasdaq 100, we had the open at 7,151 and the high at 7,170 and the low at 7,107. Change is negative also, and we are below the 20 days moving average. We have the RSI here mentioning for bearish. For hours, the first support at 7,095 and first resistance 7,158. For the Dow Jones, open 25,770 and the high 25,830 and the low to 25,620. Under the 20 days moving averages, and it's bearish in the 4 hours chart. The support at 25,590 and the resistance 25,800. Best trades for today, in our opinion. See, guys, you will have to consider that today release data from US came negative, okay, but the dollar is well supported, and it almost absorbed the shock. For that reason, okay, tomorrow expect limited volatility until new data is coming up. So there are some trades, in my opinion, okay, which is I consider it risky. Okay, all the market should be risky tomorrow, but let's consider those. Okay, the British pound against the US dollar, it might hit above 132 as a buy. USD against the Canadian dollar, you can if you can buy at 134, you can target 134,500 again, or 134,700, and the gold, if you can buy at 1,275 to 1,282, you can target 1,290. Remember that those are risky trades because of the situation we have right now in the market, so trade carefully. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you tomorrow. Please share, like, and subscribe.